Welcome to my home. My name is Jackie, and I have an unboxing. I have a giant box. Let me text a few people. And I was like, great, this is an awesome box. I can use it again. But let me show you if this bag, or I should say, this box could talk. It's been through some things. I'm just doing some text messages because I don't normally go live on a Saturday like this, but we just got back from the movies. Hey Pixie, we went to go see Elio. Elio is a kids movie by Pixar. Oh my gosh, nothing makes me cry more than a kids movie, and especially emotional. Like my twin, her family went, we went with them. I wasn't gonna leave the house. I'm in a big blue mood. A storm cloud. So my twin has this twin radar. I mean, she knows how bad my week's been. So she was like, you need to come watch the movie with us. I'm like, I don't want to. And then she says, we're going to our favorite movie theater. I'm like, oh, okay, then I'll go with you. So James and I dragged ourselves out there. Hey, Aaron. Hey, Birkin Boy Craig, my BFF. And then, like, Station, no. Elio's a good movie. It's a cute, fun movie. It's about space. It's about making friends. I cried. I cry at kids' movies all the time. So, um, hey Jolie, we're gonna do a little bit of a unboxing. But before I do the unboxing, I'm gonna show you the gift basket my sister made for me because she was upset. I was so upset. She was like, you had a really bad week. So let me show you what she's gifting me. And this is the bag I used today. This is the Gianni Bernini bag. I love this bag so much. I can't even explain. It's such a great bag. The leather is just amazing. Um, it just proves that just because it's old and vintage and $4 doesn't mean it's not great. So this, okay, let me take out my Labubu. I just plopped my Labubu in there because it fell. I put my Coke in there. So this is the gift basket my sister made for me. Now, she very kindly said, all the things are yours. The basket's mine. And I said, of course, I would never take your basket. My sister has a thing for baskets, guys. A big thing. She loves baskets. Do you see how cute this basket is? She goes, I'm going to have nothing for your Christmas. I'm like, that's okay. Because as she thrifts things, she finds stuff. Isn't this awesome? So let me show you. So this is one of her precious items. This is a Tivana set that used to be when Tivana was before they were bought out by Starbucks. Or before, I think they were already owned by Starbucks, but before they closed as their standalone stores. This is an iced tea, or this is a tea brewer. It's very cool. And I looked at it, I'm like, Jenny, you gave me one already, right? And she's like, what? Like, don't worry, I'm taking it. I love it. Thank you. Because she's so precious about it. She's never unboxed it to use. I'm like, oh, I'll take it. She's had this for years. Um, so I am very happy to get it. But look how cute this is. I have these little plants on my work desk. Look at how soft this is. Oh, I love these. Because we can't have real plants at our office at all. Hey Christiana. Sorry, I'm not really good at reading the chats right now because I've moved to my little laptop. It's hard for me to read the screen when I'm sitting this far back. But after I finish showing you this, I'll move up and look at the chats. So this is going to the office with me. And my sister totally hoodwinked me and surprised me. I bought this charm to give to my friend. I've already mailed it off. Well, she bought this to give to me because she knew I wanted it, and I was feeling guilty for buying two. So she bought one, I bought one. I mailed mine to my friend, and then Jennifer gave me this. Isn't that cool? My popcorn charm. This is that viral TikTok popcorn charm that if you know, you know. And look at this beautiful box. I love this box. So let me continue to show you. Hi, baby. I see you're down there. Yeah, Mr. Pugsley. Hi. We just got home. They just got lunch or dinner. So we're extremely happy. She also gave me lemon ginger green tea, which James loves. So this is gonna not so much the green part, but he loves the lemon ginger tea. And now what I do with these, because I know it's sacrilegious, but I'm not a huge green tea fan. I've had a lot of green tea in my life. If I like the blend, I'll just add a black tea bag to it with this. I do that to a lot of herbal tea because I don't like herbal tea. So when I do an herbal tea, I put real tea with it, and I'm like, yes, that is secret tip. Not too secret. Hey, Jennifer. Hello, everybody. So this is also what my sister found me. She found me this last week or the week before, and she just hadn't gotten it to me. Look at this cute stitch thing. She found this in one of these little stores that she goes to where she thrifts a lot, and she also found me this. Okay, guys, this is supposed to be my Christmas gift, but she felt so bad for me that she was like, I'm just going to give you this stuff now. You might have nothing at Christmas. I'm like, that's okay. So I have a cool cup. I also have stickers, a bracelet, a stitch mirror, which I love. And she gave me half a pack of stickers. She kept the other. I think she kept the other half of the pack, because they're really cute. I use these all the time. I love stickers. I think I'm like, something about my childhood, I wasn't allowed to use stickers or something, because I use them as an adult more than I ever did as a kid. Like, ever. Like, never have I ever used stickers as much as I do now. Okay, so this, guys, is our when people have babies, they come to the hospitals and they give you little gifts. This was our gift. So this has been in my life my whole life, right? And when Jen had her baby, I made a wreath and I put this bear on it. I've always coveted this bear. I've always said, no, you can't have it. And she finally says, Jackie, do you want the music bear back? Because it has a little silver toggle here. It has a music box inside, and then you twist it and it still plays. And then we would sleep to this. We slept to music. So this is my childhood teddy bear. You can't read the tag anymore. It's just completely, there's no more writing. So Jennifer gave this back to me, which I'm so happy about, because this was a huge, hard for me to part with when I gave it to her when she got Violet. But she says her kids destroy everything. And then Jennifer found me this Ariel mug. She found this today. She went to the Goodwill today before we went to the movie, and she found this mug. This is a fabulous mug. And this is the Ray Dunn mug for $3. It's so cool. Hi, Andrea. I can't read the chat because I'm too far away from the screen, but I'll get closer in a minute. She also gave me this fossil. Is this a fossil? Fossil pouch. This is my favorite blue. If anybody ever wants to know what my favorite blue is, it's this is my favorite blue. And Jenny says it's like colonial blue. I'm just like, I don't know. It looks like a stormy day blue to me. I love this color blue. I love bright rubies and our sapphire blue and royal blue, and I love pastel blue, but my heart is stuck in this weird dusty blue. One of my favorite bags I've ever have. Craig gave it to me. It's a little lighter than this, but it's almost its exact shade. And it's in somewhere. I think it's in the other room. And then she gave me a princess notebook, which I think is awesome. Oh, wait a minute. Did she mean to give me a princess notebook? I don't know if she knows that this princess notebook has a bunch of kid art in here. I wonder if this was supposed to be, this got stuffed in there. Uh-oh. I think Jennifer gave me her notebook by accident because there's lists in here. There's school notes. There's school notes. I'll have to double check with her to see if that was just a put it in the basket and forgot it was in there. And then this, she found this today too. So I'm gonna get closer to the screen, and then we're gonna get to the big unboxing because there's actually a whole bunch more. Let me just get closer. I have to move my bags out of the way because I have a whole parcel of bags in front of me. So this, guys, is a Petty Point needlepoint bag. It's such a fine needlework that it looks woven because it's so well made. This thing took hundreds of hours to whomever stitched this. This is such a well-stitched item. On average, it takes 1 hour per square inch to stitch. This probably took longer because this is so finely done. This is absolutely one of the most beautiful discoveries. And somebody probably just thought, oh, that's a woven textile. No, this is a hand-stitched Petty Point embroidery item. This is not even embroidery, it's Petty Point. It's Petty Point needlepoint. I love stickers too. I'm a huge fan, says Andrea B. Let me try to catch up here. Dawn, it's cornflower. Yes, Craig. Cornflower blue is my favorite shade of blue. Thank you. Pretty. That's beautiful. Let me see. Let me scroll up. Hey, Ronnie. Deborah, saying hi. Dawn, loves couture. Hello, everybody. So I just showed you all the things my sister gave me because my week was ridiculously awful. Christiana, yeah, she Jennifer has like there seriously. When it comes to when people ask about being a twin, like what's it like being a twin? Most of the time, it's just normal. Other than growing up with the exact same life experiences at the exact same time without any angst and age difference of being siblings, because our friends were all in the same grade. You know, we were all in the same grade. Um, but the thing that we do have as twins that other people don't have is Jenny has this, and she knows me so well that she knows when I'm really upset. Um, so she knew how bad this week was, about how awful everything's been, and the just stress between the work. And I don't really talk about my work, guys. I do sometimes on my members live, but I talked about my work to Jenny this week. Hey, Maria. Hello, Kitty. Let me get to this big box before I get into story time, because this box is from Craig, my BFF, bestie, and he told me he was sending me a bag, which I knew about the bag. It is. I sent him a bag. He sent me a bag. This is the bag, and then he sent me the tracking thing. I'm like, why is that like 11 pounds? Like what? I knew of a bag. A bag. I didn't I don't keep count, guys. I just send him stuff. He sends me stuff. So he told me, I just remembered the one bag. So let me show you this box. If this box can tell stories, it would be interesting, because look at how this thing look. I cannot believe what happened to this, how it got gouged. This is a heavy duty box. It is cracked, guys. Cracked. This is an 11 pounds of shipping. I have no clue what they did to this in shipping other than threw it around and got, like, I guess they had angst with it, because I'm like, dude, what did you do to my box? So I'm gonna actually open this from the top, not the base. So I need to actually right at the top. So let's go looking into it. I don't know what's up with Post, y'all, but Post has been nuts. So we're gonna open this. Hopefully nothing's missing, because it was a new box when it left. Yeah, see, that's what's crazy. Yeah, it's a heavy duty box, guys. This is like super awesome. So let me show you as the things come out of it. Well, hopefully everything's in here. So this is, oops. Well, something. Oh my goodness gracious! Wow, I remembered when you bought this. How did this end up with me? This is beautiful. This is a beautiful vintage Dooney. I had one of these before. I've never had one in this size. This is giant. This is very big. Um, this is natural vachetta, and it's not very much treated. That's why there's water marks. This style of Dooney bag came out, is made in America. Okay, and it normally has like a little bar medallion thing here. And this is awesome. This is huge. Okay, let's open this. You know, this might be the right height, but I bet it's because it's not actually big enough, because it tapers. It tapers like this, so it feels like it should fit more than it does. I bet that's why it's here. It looked theoretically like it should work, but anything that's like a dome shape has a narrow, it tapers up like that, and it can be difficult. Wow, this is gorgeous. This is absolutely gorgeous. Look at how beautiful this is. I wonder what. Oh, this probably had another pocket organizer over here. Um, as you can see on this side, this is really well made, guys. I've never had one this size before. And the one I had wasn't this type. It was similar, but not exactly like this. It was a shoulder bag. This is so cool. And it's supposed to have a crossbody strap because it's asymmetrical like this, which is like annoying, but still, that's just how people do bags, you know. Because if you have a zipper all the way down here, I mean, obviously you can't have uh, a way to, you want to open it all the way. This is awesome. Okay, there's a thing in it. So let's see what the thing in it is. She told me I had to look inside every single bag. That looks, oh yeah, it's extra large for sure. Um, no, I have wait a minute, that's not the extra large? I have the XL version, so I sent you that's the large? Oh, so I did not know that came that big. Uh, so this is, oh yeah, he told me about this one. I forgot. This is the, wait a minute. Didn't I send this to you? Is this one of those swappy swaps? Like, I think I might have, either I sent this to, I think I did. I think this was a trade and it was too, again, it's too small for Craig, right? Gorgeous, beautiful. I just sent him a large crocodile textured bag. I love this bag. I am very happy to have this bag. Super happy to have this bag. I have it in brown, but it's missing one of the bamboo pulls. This is nice. Yay! Look at how beautiful this bag is. Yeah. It's a strange cross grain. Um, it's part of this collection, and I had to look it up because when I first saw this, I was really confused at this leather. Because if you can hear that, it's a cross grain textured leather with an embossed, stamped crocodile. So I'm gonna put this stuff in. This is so cool. I love this. We do this. I think it's funny. Um, it's the Denison duty. Yes, it was a small, so I sent it. Yes, this has happened a couple times. He sent me a bag, and eventually I sent it back because either it's like he missed the color or something, or I really didn't use it. So we've done this. This is the way we don't keep count. We just kind of just like, well, I just it's fine. They can visit you, and then they can visit me. It's okay. See, let's see. This is this? Oh, okay. So this is a different bag. Um, this is a bag he purchased that I really wanted, but he got for a fabulous. Craig is great at finding bags. This is suede. Again, it is that awkward. It's the right width, right depth, but when you put everything in it, it's just not quite. Oh, sir, he did tell me to look in every bag. Um, it's not quite big enough. And plus it's about the same size as a smaller Birkin. So I think this one just had too much competition in his life. So he was like, I'm not using it. I'm like, okay. So in here is to, oh neat. This is I don't have this wallet. This is a wallet, a Dooney wallet from that same collection. Old school checkbook. Yes, yes. And cards and long wallet. This is an actual checkbook. These are so cool. I still have checkbooks. I haven't written a check in 3 years, but I still have checkbooks. So, these are cool. Thank you, Craig. And it's fun. I actually use these for cash. These are great cash wallets, especially if you're like my mother. She travels a lot, so she has multiple currencies. So she'll have different wallets for different currencies. So she'll have euro, she'll have kroner, which is a Danish, then she'll have Thai baht. So and then she'll have US dollars. She always has different type of currency with her because although she lives in the European Union, she's Danish and they still use the crown versus going with the euro. But then when she goes to Belgium or Paris, she has to, I'm not sure, did Paris go to the euro or did they go to the, still keep the francs? I remember when the last time I went to Germany, German still had Danish mark or German mark still. Hey Angela. Okay, so this must be the one yes, this is the one I really wanted. I mean, I want all of them. We're not lying here. But this, when when he showed me this, I said, "But if you see another one, can you send me links?" And he did. But oh my God, this and surprisingly, guys, this amazing bag is not. It's too small. Again, you don't think it would be too small, but he doesn't really use this one. So I'm like, yes, yes. And this is the last bag I traded was actually just for this bag. So all the other bags are bonus bags. This is the bag I traded for. This is a wool, beautiful. Oh my God, that's so amazing. So this is a Max Mara. Man, this is gorgeous. The picture, oh yes, Donald and Mickey. I don't have this Mickey, and I don't have this Donald. Yes. Best friends. Best friends. But this bag is so pretty. Is this a inside out bag too, Fred? Can you wear it either way? It looks like with the seaming that you can wear it, um, pop it inside out and wear it on. This is really cool. This is really a very, very, and I can see because it is like a bucket when you open it, the way it's made, but the way they show it, it looks like it's more of a winged bag. But if you actually put as much stuff as I know Craig uses, this would be a difficult hand carry, I think. Mainly because he doesn't use crossbodies. It does have a strap though, it's a shoulder strap. Um, let's see. Let me catch up on the. It still has checks. I still have checks too, says Katie. I had the order 15 years ago and written 3 checks. And that's 5 years all to my lawyer. Oh, that's funny. Every time I go to the courthouse for some reason or whatever. So let's see. I still have checks. So let's see. I write checks to the guy who mows the lawn. I don't think it's reversible, but maybe it. I don't know if it is, but it looks like it could be because it is the way it's stitched. It literally. Let me try it. This is a really amazing. It looks like it's an inside out. Yeah, it really does. This is definitely look at how they stitch this bag. This is the details. This is why this bag is the unsung hero. Max Mara makes the most beautiful. I have four. Now this makes 5 Max Mara bags, and they are all amazing. So look at this, the way they have stitched this. I mean, this deserves its own individual video. It's so cool. Um, and then you flap the flaps this way, close it like so. Look at how the seams are done. They're this is the workmanship on this bag. Did you see this? How that interior logo is now on the outside. It says Max Mara. And then and then you just flip this up. So you can wear it top carry, top handle, or long handle. And it can go either way. Now you have a brown bag with a wool interior, or you can have it with the wool interior and the pockets on the outside. It's really amazing. It's fully lambskin lined, so be careful. Yes, okay, I'll be very careful. Let's pop it the other way again. Yeah, this bag is the quality. I understand why he was so excited when he found this bag and how come I can't find it again for the price he got. He got this for a song, but it doesn't matter. I've been hunting this bag down for a while, um, trying to get one myself because it's such a beautiful bag. And oh wow. So yes, it can go either way. You really could. This is in really amazing condition. So Max Mara is well known for their coats, but man, this is absolutely phenomenal. So it has leather pockets, this exterior pocket. Interesting. Man, this is just, wow. This is amazing. It was funny too, because the bag I sent him, the crocodile bag, he was like, it's a lot bigger than it looked. When I sent the photo, the photo didn't do it justice. I don't even know if I've shown it on this channel. Um, I might have. Actually, let me put the toys in here to give it some more oomph. And I love this guy. Who did Travis pick out Donald because Donald's awesome? I almost bought Donald, this exact Donald, and I put him back because at the time I said, okay, Jackie, be reasonable. You don't need another stuffy. I always need another stuffy. Here, let's do this. What? Actually, that blue bag right there behind this one is a Max Mara. This is absolutely stunning, by the way, Craig. Stunning. And you know what? With all the Coach or all the Doonies I have, I didn't have this one. I don't have this one in any colorway, any leather material. I did not have the satchel. So I'm very happy to get that. Okay, get things out of the way. Let me move closer so I can read the screen. Oh, okay, good. Yay, here we go. Fully lamps can be careful. I think I like better that way. Hi, Erin. They're considering a rare find because it's an anniversary bag. That's why the year is on this. Oh, I had no idea, Craig. I just think that's an absolutely stunning bag. When you showed it to me the first time, I still literally found. Oh, you found Donald and he found Mickey. I love them both. I'll have to figure out where to put them behind me. Um, I I love Max Mara bags. Now, I realize that Max Mara is well known for coats, but man, the bags I have from them, they're really phenomenal. I mean, some of the best leather bags in my entire collection have been out of, and it's mainly also the type of leather I like, also. So it's very different than Dooney leather. It's very different than the Florentine. It's very different than Coach leather. It's a different type of leather, and it's just really well done. I I have not been upset with any of my Max Mara bags ever. Um, and sometimes they're expensive and sometimes they're not. It's one of those really weird, strange brands, kind of like how Ralph Lauren used to be underappreciated. Now they're not. I think Ralph Lauren is actually becoming more and more appreciated lately. Max Mara still it's still a strange numbers game with Max. Max Mara is an exceptional brand, highly underrated, and I think mainly because it's so iconic to Italy, and people just associate the coat, kind of like Burberry is associated with a trench coat. Max Mara is kind of associated with a teddy bear coat, which is I don't know. When I was in Italy, way long time ago in the 90s, um, we were there. I was in Italy in Lake Como right when Gianni Versace passed, right when that whole thing happened. And I kind of remember the vibe at the time. Now, granted, this was the 90s, so things have changed. And this is northern Italy, not southern Italy, different feel. Um, they have a very different aesthetic than the rest of Europe does. And it's I always have liked going. I always people watch whenever I go places. You can peg me as an American just by looking at me. You can tell by how I dress. Very loud, very casual. And in where we would go visit our European families, they wear very um I don't think the word classic is correct, but it's more of a well-made, higher quality clothing because they don't buy the amount of clothing we buy, or they didn't, and they still don't. Not in my mom's friend circle, and not in my younger sister's friends circle. They wear their things for longer. And if you wear your things for longer, you want them to go from season to season, and you also want them to be easily updated with accessories versus the clothing itself being the trend. So I was at my sister's tonight. I celebrated my great nephew's birthday. He was 5. Nice, Jeanette. Um, Julie loves it. Hello, everybody. Travis. Okay, so yeah, so I like European brands like that. So it's interesting because if you think of like Valentino, um, Versace, kind of loud. But look at their clothing. Now, uh, except for like the Versace silk shirts, okay, that's its own thing. But in general, some of the biggest brands, and Dale's Addiction mentioned this, that when she was in Italy, the brand of clothing, the most highly respected brand out there that was everywhere she went. She goes with Armani, because Armani is very popular. It's very, it's just a different vibe. Check your messages, says Jolie. Okay, let me check my messages. And oh, hi, Saya. My Saya's lurking. Love him. Oh, so she found one listed on eBay. Yes, it's called the Max Mara Anita Brown leather bag, and this one is not the same, but it's it's very extremely similar. The difference is this one has a three-way strap, so you can do shoulder, top handle, and then there's a long cross battle. I'm gonna go ahead and um, star this, and then I'm going to show you guys what it is, because it's $300. So it's not like I'm going to be going out running out to buy it, but this is a bag that normally sells for well over what, $2,000. This is on eBay for 300. If you buy clothing made from exceptional materials, professional tailoring, those items last forever. Yeah. Yeah. If you like, when I was talking on my live yesterday about Patty Poe and Joanne with Keith, because we both follow them. Okay, so Joanne is the mom. She's in her 90s. They're Korean. And Patty has clothing in her closet that she's worn for 30 years. And she'll show it. She's, oh, I bought this in the 90s. I bought this 30 years ago. They look brand new. She takes care of her stuff. And she'll say, buy the Chanel jacket. Now, here's the thing about high-end clothing, well-made high-end clothing. You can't wear it every day for the rest of your life. That's going to wear anything out. So a lot of people buy that luxury bag and they're like, I'm going to use this every day. And then they're surprised when it shows wear. No, it's going to show wear. You use it every day. So, but if you take care of your textile, so Joanne says when she wears her Chanel, she takes off her Chanel at the end of the day after she's done wearing her jackets or whatever she's wearing. She has lots of different Chanel clothes, and she hangs them up in a way or lays them out in a way, and she brushes them down. She wipes them down if you need to wipe them down. However, she makes sure there's no immediate spot stains. If there is, she'll spot clean. And then she'll put them up, and she hangs all of her Chanel coats in like a heavy, not a dry cleaning bag, because that's not a good way to keep them, but like the type meant to store Chanel clothes, which is a canvas type material, cotton breathable. And she'll hang them up. And then she'll every few months or so, you send a rotation out to laundry. And then you don't always keep your clothing on a hanger, because if you have clothing for 30 years, if you hang it for 30 years, you're going to have weakening at the seams. So actually, the best way to store clothing is honestly flat. But you don't want them to stack too much, so you have to rotate stuff around. She's really cool. She's really cool, and I only know this because my mother has this stuff, which is why I don't have any of it. I refuse. If it has to be ironed, dry cleaned, laundered in a certain way, I don't want it. I don't want to take care of it. I'm already annoyed that I know table placement etiquette, because I've drilled into my head. And it's why I rebel against it, guys. I sit and eat at my desk. I eat on the couch. I eat anywhere but the dining table. My husband, who they did not eat at the dining table, but ate, at the couch, at the TV or whatever, he'll eat at the dining table every time, because he, again, is his rebellion from how he was raised. And he prefers to dine at the table. I prefer not to, because it was like we had to set the table, all the settings, all the right utensils, which way the fork and the knife pointed, which cup, which glass, which tumbler, which whatever. I am like, never again shall I. And it makes me so uncomfortable when I go to places that are that formal. It really does, because even though I know what to do and I've done it and it's fine, I don't find any joy in experiencing that. I really don't. I find it to be, and I told James, it was so funny. We were picking out a restaurant to go out to eat, and he was like, "Would you want to go to a nicer restaurant?" I'm like, "Hun, you get to pick. I don't do nice restaurants. I eat in the hood." Because like I picked the scariest place on the block that looks like it should be condemned, and that's where I want to go eat because I want the mom and pop restaurant. I don't care if it's old, I don't care if it's not polished and new. I want good food. He wants a better environment. This is also why I'm not allowed to pick hotels because I picked the $2 days or the 2-star Days Inn Motorway Lodge, and he's like, no, 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 no. His very minimum lodging has to be like the Holiday Inn Express or like the Hampton or like one of those business traveling kind of places that you go to. Not he doesn't have to have a 4 or 5-star. He just can't do the 2-star. Um, I could only fit my clothes from the 30. Yes, Katie. The thing is, Joanne, she's been the same size since she married. She's just a naturally very slender person and petite, and she had 2 children, and she can wear clothes ever since her whole adult life. She's never changed sizes. Um, Jolie says, minimalist, why would be to buy a bag that wears well. Yeah. Craig says, yeah, garment bags that's how the store gives them when you storage. Yes, for storage purposes. Absolutely. Jackie, I sent you a message as well on Instagram. Katie says, we used to eat without utensils growing up. Yeah, Filipino. I'm Asian. We ate without utensils. You ate with your hands. I mean, that was the etiquette. Um, so I still have clothes from the 90s, Katie, but I can't get my arm, neck, nothing. But you keep them. You keep them because you have space to do it. You might as well do it. You know. So anyway, I'm so excited that I love talking about this stuff, and I'm happy I experienced it growing up, but I'm very happy I get the choice to not have to live that way if I don't have to or want to. My mother wants to. My mother lives in a very, very affluent, very pretty, very, it's just a different way of life, right? I am average. I am not a socialite. I am not a diplomat's wife. I went to college. I work for the government. I like working at the state. And it doesn't mean anything. Like my friend, she does all these things too. She's an engineer. She's amazing. She sets the table every day. It's just how she feels comfortable. I feel less comfortable in that situation. I am the person that for Thanksgiving I want the paper plate, right? My sister is the person that at Thanksgiving she's appalled that people use paper plates. It's only because she has kids now that she's even used paper plates. When she before kids, I mean, this is my sister who has probably has 12 sets of china at this point. I think she said she had a different set of china for each month, a complete set. That's why she banned herself from buying any more china because that's how much china she has. Um, where I have a bag and purse problem. Um, I know I'm now growing to my clothes. Katie girl, stop it. I fully understand. Kirk, I finally gave up my really nice business clothes. It took me 5 years of working at the state to get rid of my business clothes when I worked in the gas and oil industry where I had to wear nicer business. It's funny, I was paid crap, but I had to wear business casual, more business and less casual. And then when I moved to the state where I'm dealing with millions and millions in contract issues, I can wear anything I want as long as it's appropriate for the job. That's literally in the HR handbook. Um, so after 5 years, I said, I'm not keeping these clothes. I don't want them. Um, Jolie, I took my coffee mug for her maiden voyage. Worked great. Love it so much. That's so cool. So if y'all don't know, Jolie sent Craig this really cool coffee mug, and it has his moniker on it. So it says Birkin Boy. It's there so he can, because he does carry everything in the world in his bags. That's why he has large bags. Is because he has. Believe me, he's a Boy Scout. If you need a Band-Aid, he probably has it in there. Or even if you need a paperclip, I'm sure he has that in his bag. I'm serious. Which is random, but you never know. You never know. Like when our car broke down, James had zip ties in our car. I'm like, why do we even own zip ties? And he said he had zip ties in his. We have a vault carrying case that it was in the vault carrying case because we were using it at the office to secure some things. It just by luck, we had that. Like, well, how did this even? I mean, I've never bought a zip tie in my life. Craig says, "Yep, she slid right into my Kelly. Perfect fit. Nice." Oh, I've been watching a couple. I've been thinking about this. I've been thinking about this enough that I think I have an answer. Or at least something that I think is an answer. But first, where is my medication? Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Because I cannot forget. I take antidepressants. I'm pretty open about that. I have for many, many years. But with the way my weeks have been, we shall not forget. And I have forgotten, I think once last week already, my meds, and that's not good because my dose is not a super high dose. But if you're taking antidepressants, you do not want to miss a dose. I have missed a dose. So I'm trying very, very hard to, knowing that my self-control, impulse control, and emotional well-being isn't the best right now. That it's just been too much stress on too many different fronts between home, car, work, and then his mother. And today we just got a bill, or we got a notice from our car. It says, "Hey, by the way, you're delinquent." I'm like, "Yeah, we know." We're 2 car payments behind. We're playing catch up, guys. So it's his mom's car that is in our name that, unfortunately, because in our name, it's our car. Anyway, not gonna talk about it. Yep. I kind of adopted my pandemic wardrobe. Athleisure. Athleisure, honestly, is what everybody's wearing. And I'm not sure if that is because of the pandemic that people just embraced athleisure and just never left. But it's the way it is. That I can wear to bed. When the pandemic times happened and we were all forced to work at home, there was a time I spent the entire week in just pajamas, like different pajamas, but only pajamas. Day, night, didn't matter. There was no point. We never left the house. Lord, don't we all take some form of antidepressant and antipsychotic? I think it's just part of living in America, right? I think it is because I didn't always take an antidepressant. Um, I started taking them the first time after my grandmother's death in 2007 in that spring. And I was very depressed because I wanted my grandmother to be there for my wedding, even if the only thing we could do was go see her in her house, because I literally was gonna go get married in Beaumont, Texas, so to make sure she could see me in my wedding dress. And well, she didn't live to see our wedding. And I was very upset. I went to my doctor that summer, so she had passed in the spring, and that summer I had gone to see my doctor. My doctor knew me very well. He's a very good doctor. And he said, "Jackie," and he asked me all these questions. All the questions you hear on TV shows, all the questions that you see on the adverts that say, "How do you feel this way?" And I wasn't paying any attention to what he was asking. I was answering all the questions, and he goes, "Hmm." And then he goes, "Jackie, I think we should try you on Prozac." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "You're not your normal self. I know you pretty well, and you come in here and you haven't been yourself for a while, and I think this would be a good way to try and see how you feel on it." So I've been taking Prozac for like years. I stopped 4 years, I think, after that, and then I started again after my father passed, and then I upped it when his mother moved in with us. So now I'm at the point where I was taking it forever. Um, Hello, Bri. I think it could benefit from an antidepressant. It's not easy to diagnose. It's not something you just go say. My primary care doctor was an internal medicine doctor, so they take a lot more pharmacology. So they can do antidepressants, antipsychotics. Most regular MDs can't. You have to have. That's why you have to go to specialists. But I have an issue with going to doctors. Um, if you go to a psychologist and they always ask you who your primary care doctor is, but that doesn't necessarily mean they talk to each other. I always tell my doctor when I see my doctor, because I see my doctor a lot, I say, hey, I'm taking XYZ. If I get a medication from a different provider, like a psychiatrist, or actually a psychologist, it depends on which type, you tell your doctor. I tell my doctor. So, like, when I go to my ophthalmologist or optometrist, which is my eye doctor, because I'm diabetic, I tell my primary care doctor, yes, there was a change in my vision, because it's a whole system. I have an endocrine system issue. So it all affects everything else. And even though they say they notify your doctor, that just becomes an email or an update in a file. I make sure I tell my doctor. So when you see your doctors, tell them things, tell them everything. Tell them I went to the dentist, I had a root canal. Tell them you went to get your eyes done, there was a big shift in your vision. Tell them whatever it is you have to do. Tell them that there was a change in your medication for whatever reason from any other doctor, so that they have an idea. So whoever's your doctor of record and who's ever taking care of you can take care of you. That's why they ask you about your medical history. And we've always done this because as military children, we moved so much. We never had that doctor from cradle to grave, the doctor was there when you were born, took care of you till you're high school and graduate. That's not us. We moved all the time. We never saw the same doctor twice. So every time I see a doctor, I tell them everything. I tell them my premature birth. I tell them I had a skin graft. I tell them how many surgeries I've had. I tell them I broke bones. I told them that my aunt had cancer. My dad had a heart attack. I tell them everything. I say, look, my cousin had cancer of the pancreas. My aunt had cancer of the uterus, because I want them to know that if you see anything remotely odd, let's do something before it becomes something else, you know. Brianna, good to hear. I'm okay too. I have had to leave the house 3 times this week, so pain. Yeah. Uh, it's good to hear, Craig. Hope you feel better. Yes, anyway, moving away from meds. Um, I was going to tell you that I was watching these videos, and I think I figured out the thing about Coach. We've all been talking about Coach. I was watching James Jam's video about Coach today. She got a really cool bag. Now, she got her bag. She said it wasn't on the Coach website, because not everything Coach sells is only, if they're not always in all their locations, they're not always in all their boutiques, they're not always on their website. Sometimes Coach does exclusives with department stores, and you can only get them there. So she was able to go watch her video. It was pretty cool. But I think the reason why there's so many Coach videos out right now all over YouTube is the only thing that's interesting. I mean, I've been going to Michael Kors. I go to Kate Spade. I use Radley London. I use Fossil. I use Sac. I use all these brands, but nothing's really exciting other than Coach. Coach keeps pumping out you might say they just throw out designs left and right, and they might have to make tabbies, but at the same time, at least they're doing the Western tabby, they're doing the chain tabby, they're doing every 1,000 variant of a tabby they can do to make it interesting, to say, hey, look, this new one, there's a new one. Oh, we had one that was 10 inches, now we have one that's 14 inches. Don't you want the bigger one better? They at least are pivoting with the times. So you want a small bag, we'll give you a mighty bag. You want a 12-inch row, we'll give you a 12-centimeter rogue or whatever. You want the big rogue, we'll give you the big rogue. But they give you something for everybody, and I think that's why it's all over YouTube. It's like, because even I was watching Meredith today. So Meredith, if you follow her, she shows a bag in today's video that she got from Winnie BLV in one of their trades that has come back from the LV repair process, her Cherries Pochette. So go watch that video and see how Winnie's bag looks in Meredith's collection. But she's showing bags, some restored bags that came in, and she's showing some new vintage bags she's purchased. Meredith and I are just like a couple years apart in age, but worlds apart in about everything else, right? But what she buys, I love, because I remember it when I was 20, So it's kind of cool to see her collection. And she bought another Steven Sprouse bag, which is nice, I do like the Steven Sprouse Louis Vuitton. collection. I think it's pretty. Oh, and if you didn't watch Dee Dee Bean, she got. I feel like I'm a reporter for the roundup of our friends groups. Like, what did you watch? What did you see today? Well, Dee Dee Bean got a Murakami card case that she got from StockX. So she got the Flat Panda card case. It's about this big. Now I don't know how much she paid on it. I didn't. I don't know if she said or not because I might have missed that, but it's really cute. But I looked at that little flat panda card case, and I don't know if I'd ever use it, which is why I didn't get that because it's a small item. I probably could swing that and buy it, but yeah, I didn't do it. And then she bought some small. When you buy the travel Louis Vuitton sets, they have I think three vials and then an atomizer, and then and it costs the same as the large bottles, but it's for travel, because you can't travel with a large bottle of Louis Vuitton. Especially if you're flying, right? So she bought a couple of the vials versus buying the whole set as a way to try, and I think she found one she liked. Um, Katie says Meredith has the dollar store. Well, she owns a company. Now, I don't know what her company does. I do know that her mother works in that. I think she said her mother works in that company. It's their company. So people who own businesses, I mean, yes, we all have budgets, but if you've ever known a business owner, it is blood, sweat, and tears 24/7. It's not 8 to 5, not 9 to 5. It's 24/7. You do everything. My friends who have owned businesses, it is before they can, and even once it makes and becomes successful, you still have to manage it. No one is going to manage your business like you will. No one's going to clean your home like you do, and no one's going to love your kids like you do. Same thing with the business. She works her ass off. If she wants to buy a ton of bags, let her buy a ton of bags. I'm not going to complain. I like watching her videos. But she did say, did people want to see she bought a bunch of stuff that isn't luxury. I said, yes, because she puts editing. I don't know how this woman has time. She does TikTok videos with makeup. She does YouTube. And her videos are edited, not like my videos. My videos are just like, let me just get on here and talk to you for 10 minutes. No, her videos have mod shots and screenshots, and then it takes time to edit. It is amazing how much work editing is to upload, download, all of that. That's after the fact. She had to sit there, go through her film, slice everything up, put it all together. Unless she has an editor to do that, which I don't think she does. That's a lot of work. Winnie gave her an excellent bag that didn't need repairs. Yeah, so the thing about no, Dawn, I do agree with you on that one. The thing about Meredith is she wants it to be brand new Vachetta because she wants to be the one who puts the marks and the issues on it. Is this her quirk? Yeah, she didn't need to replace it. She wanted to. Spends just to spend. I'm not sure if she spends just to spend. I think it is a real personal quirk of hers that if she can get the Vachetta replaced, she will. Um, yeah, it's a company that does employment training. Hello, books, bags, and bubbles. So today's win. I did not buy a bag. Thank you, Jesus, because it's part of my emotional issues. It's like, no, Jackie, no. And I did go to Marshall's today when we went to the movie theater. We had some time to kill, so I went to Marshall's. I bought an organizing thing for my bathroom because I need one. And I bought a box of tea. And that's it. I did not buy a bag. I looked at a bag. I saw a bag. I liked the bag. I didn't take pictures. I didn't do anything for YouTube. I didn't sit down and film or do anything. I just looked and enjoyed the store and then I left, which is not usual. Normally I'm always thinking of, take photos, share my experiences with other people. She never uses a bag. It's just for display. I don't know. Dawn, I think when it comes to Meredith and her Murakami collection, I do believe that her Cherries Murakami collection really is just a display. I've seen her Instagram photos. She tends to use her Fendi bags more than just any of her other bags. She likes her Fendi First bags a lot. She takes a lot of photos with them. She only collects She's only carries Neverfulls and the Pochette Matisse. And I don't think she's gonna keep those. She says that she's having a vlog sale coming up, and I think she's gonna move along her Pochette Matisses because I don't think she carries them anymore. Her Neverfull's a work tote, which I get. But anyhow, what bags are you all looking at? Like, I know I already did a shop with me yesterday, and and Jolie went and got a bag, and I almost went and bought that bag. I'm not gonna lie. I did. I almost went and bought it because the sale was that good. But when I checked it last night, it was sold out. And I checked it this morning. They had some more in stock. But I didn't do it because I kept thinking I still want the Juliet more. That even though I love that Western tabby, and the other thing is, no, I did put it in my cart. And what stopped me from buying that Western tabby is the strap length. It's too short for me to wear crossbody. I see your message, Craig. Let me look. What do I have in my Texas texts? Well, yeah, so this is Craig's bag of the day. I love this bag brand. He also introduced this to me, and I also look for this brand every once in a while. This is a Cancini, no, right? No. Which was it? Yeah, Gianni Charini. I have a couple bags from them. I keep looking for them also. This one, the Charini bag, the Max Mara bag, and Bally is like continuously kind of every couple months I'll type it in and look for it. Now the things that I obsessively look for, look how beautiful this bag is. This is beautiful. Is I look for Reed Karkoff obsessively. My twin asked me today. She's like, Jackie, did you that Reed Karkoff uniform bag? You're keeping that, right? I'm like, well, maybe going to Craig's house, but she's like, but you're keeping it, right? It's surprising. It's surprising how amazing a good leather bag can just last. Um, I want the tabby that Winnie just bought, but I don't think I'm gonna buy it. Yeah, that's a tabby. Once I realized it came in 14 inches, I wanted the 14 inches more, but if the strap drop is still only 22 and a half, I can't really. It's long. It's fine for a shoulder bag, but I like to sling it over my body, and I'm round. I'm just too round. I'm too busty, and I'm too round. Oh, you sent your tabby 35 back? Why? You must explain. Did you do a video? Are you gonna have a video coming out about it? Because I want to know. Yeah. So I like the Western tabby more than the regular tabbies. I like the chain tabby and the soft tabby. And they used to make a messenger tabby that I really liked. They don't make it anymore. And I'm sad I missed it. They did box tabby that didn't do very well. She can't get 2 bags from me. She can't get 2 bags. Did an unboxing. Okay, I have a feeling that my Neverfull is the only bag for. Well, no, that's great, Jeanette. That's amazing. You don't have to have 10,000 bags like I do and other people do. One Neverfull is really awesome. I didn't realize the Coach has a resale button that links directly to pot. It does? I did not know that. Jolie just said that. Yeah, the thing about like the Neverfull, I've always wondered this. Cammy's Closet, she bought a Neverfull that she custom made. Those heritage, or I think they're called the heritage. Where you have the stripe on it and you have your monogram, and you have to order them. And she unboxed that I don't know, a year ago. I've never seen her carry it, but she doesn't have a huge social media presence that I know of. So unless she's showing her bag of the day in a video, I wouldn't know what bag she carries. Now I post all the time on Instagram. Jackie, I watched a guy who weighs 310 on TikTok. He showed the cargo tabby 36 and the strap is made. Oh, wow. Okay, well maybe the 36 might fit me. The Western tabby isn't long enough. Like, so here's the thing. The men's bags from Coach, they're long enough. There's a different length. They're 25 inch strap drop. It's that extra 2 inches on that drop that makes a big difference, because 2 inch drop difference is a 4 inch length difference. And that length is the difference in it working for me and not working for me. Yeah. It was a beautiful bag, but didn't feel that it would reach it for enough. And just, yeah, for $700, you gotta love it. You just gotta love it. Yeah, see, Jeanette, so if you love your Neverfull, and you got the great Neverfull because you got the one that's the dominant bean, so it has treated leather with canvas, so it's weatherproof, it's rainproof. You can wear it all year round. You don't have to worry about the vachetta getting water spots because it doesn't have vachetta, or vachetta. I'm not even sure which way it's supposed to be, vachetta or vachetta. I don't know. Untreated leather. There. Um, Sorry, it was 6'3" and 310. Yeah. Well, so I'm 300 pounds, right at 300 pounds. I go between 295 and 305, pretty much those 10 pounds. But the thing is, my bust is too large. It's really large. So it's really hard for me to get stuff that goes crossbody long enough in just a standard women's strap, which is why I'm always looking to see if it's extendable. So, yeah, just the way it is. Hey, Linda P. Vachetta. Thank you, Vachetta. Yeah, Vachetta. I have to remember that. Pronounce it with a K sound. Vachetta. Yeah. So, this bag that Jenny got me, which I love, she was so funny. She was like, Jackie, I would never buy you polyurethane. I said, no, Jenny, I didn't know the interior was a lambskin. It's amazing. And this bag, I actually punched 2 holes in it this morning. So I punched a hole right here so I can make it into just a shoulder bag, right? It can just do this shoulder, and this strap will go all the way down, and it can tuck right through there. And then I added 1 hole down here so that it would go all the way to the end of its leather strap, and it's perfect. This is perfect. It does greatness. I love it. This thing is, I put a photo of this on my Instagram. It's prettier in that photo than you can see here because of the lighting. I made sure to take it in with the sunlight on it because this is a stunningly beautiful bag. It is the way it feels, the way it looks. I know people are like, well, Jackie, that looks like a boring navy bag. Maybe. This is an amazing, boring navy bag. Um, Vachetta. I love the pink interior. Oh yeah, I've always wanted not the pink interior for the Neverfull. I've always wanted the one with the light sandy interior. But I don't like the red one. I don't like the red striped interior. I don't like that one. Katie says I wanted Neverfull for a few years until I was able to get my hands on one in a boutique. The strap's too thin, even for a hand carry. Yeah, that's why the one I do have has been at the cobbler's for, I don't know, 2 months now. I'm not even sure I'll ever get that bag back. I'll be honest. Because it's like, I understand small business, but this is like, I feel ghosted a little bit, but I'm not going to worry about it. They said on their website it can take 20 weeks, at least 20 weeks. So it's only been 8, 10. I have 2 more months, 2.5 more months. I saw that Instajack, gorgeous. Yeah, Linda P. Yeah, that bag is just stunning. And the interior is prettier than the exterior. It's just a stunning bag. And that's just what a normal bag used to be, guys. That Gianni Bernini bag, they sold those on Dillard's. They still sell them in Dillard's. They still sell them in Macy's. But what people want in a bag is different today than it was before, you know? I like a Neverfull. I can't with those cinch ties inside drive me nuts. Um, my fake Neverfull, where is it? Well, wherever it went to, I I had it yesterday. Where did I throw it? I must have put it on the other side of the room. Um, because it normally holds my. Oh, I didn't use it. It is on the other side of the room because I was using my. Oh, I should show you this. This when I showed you this, I didn't open it. So there's a little bit of damage on here because this is the way this is vintage, vintage. Let me not break this. Normally this just bends. Jen opened it. Okay, I'm afraid to open this because it has to be. I'm gonna let Jennifer do it when she gets here. But the finishing, the way this is finished, it's separating at the top right here. But that's an easy fix. And it's not like I'm actually ever going to use this. I'm actually just going to hang this up on my wall. It's going to be art because it's just beautiful. But when Jen gets here, she's going to come visit because she is going to be coming to my house Monday after work. So she might go live with me on Monday. So this was a $6 item. I can't believe this thing was $6. Um, the silk work in this, it's just gorgeous. I love textile art. It's not the look, it's the constant slapping against the canvas. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, Jolie says she caught hers in her doorknob and broke them. Um, yeah, I get it. Yeah, yeah. I want to get the Never Ever Full, but I haven't even seen that. I don't think it's out yet. I think it's supposed to be a fall item. No, actually, it has to be out yet because um, why am I? Jerusha showed it. She got it. I just haven't seen it on the website, but then I don't really stock the website, guys. Not the Louis website. It's just expensive. Oh, well, I can tell you about the other thing I was watching on YouTube today was, there's this trend for fake influencers. Well, there's now a trend for fake rich. And so one of the people I watch, she's really neat. She's, I believe I don't know which Asian country she's from. I can't remember anymore. But she used to watch this very popular influencer, and it just came out a big kind of thing that they're all replica bags that she's been showing, and how it's called fake rich. But she's a social media person, like not just social media, like she's like TV media person too. Like she's a actual famous person, and the pressure to constantly have the next new thing, the next coolest bag, and never being seen with the same bag. Beth, yay! I was able to finally get the Coach large Kiss Lock bag. Oh my gosh! From Dillard's sale today, lady. I got it in brown. She called me to tell me that I had 3 bags coming in, 2 black and 1 brown. Oh my gosh, Beth, that is so awesome. That is so cool. Um, Beth, because but Winnie B is gonna have a vlog sale soon, and she has some serious vet bills to pay. She might sell you that pink bag if you ask her. But if you just got the brown one, let's not go too crazy. Um, yes, that beautiful kiss lock. Jerusha is in Australia, the Asian market, so they maybe have it earlier access. That could be true. Yeah. So, oh, Beth, since you're here, I'm going to show you. This is what I got from Leo. So, Just Beth, Fabulous Over 50, she has her own channel. Pretty much have watched all her videos since I found her. And she shows, she works with Leo's Luxury. And I used her code to get this bag. And then I blinged it out. Look how cool it is. Yep. This is another bag that I am just going to have hanging. I just need to get a step ladder to hang it over my, get a hook thing and hang it over there. But isn't it pretty? This is not Jeanette. This is hmm the opposite of authentic, but it doesn't matter. I wanted it to bedazzle. So I just wanted to have it for me. For me to look at, for me to love, for me to enjoy. Um, Yeah, it's just a cute pochette. Those are so crazy expensive for real, honestly. Like, I think Dawn looked up the price the other day and she's like, when did this happen? Um, yes, right? I mean, why did I know everybody's doing the crystal stuff, and we have the crystal bags, and we have the Coach crystal bags, and we have my Marc Jacobs crystal bags, and of course the OG Crata crystal bags, but this is so cool. Look at how pretty that is. Magpie me, you know, I was asking. I will be asking. Yeah, you should. You really should, Beth, because honestly, she might do it. I mean, seriously, she has a huge medical debt. She just lost her beloved Marilyn, which is her puppy of only 9 years. So they did everything they could. Don't watch that video. I cried. Okay. I couldn't watch the whole video actually. She put a video up about losing Marilyn, and I'm like, I can't. Yeah, I made 16 minutes, and I said, I text Winnie, said, Winnie, girl, I'm so sorry I can't finish the video, but because I was like, I'm just gonna cry. Um, hey, hello, Junkman. That's a cool name. You know, it's funny. We've always called thrift stores and kind of like we used to call them rummage sales, but they don't call them rummage sales anymore, but or some places don't. So flea markets, rummage sales, swap meets, whatever you call them, where you buy things that are just random things. I always call them the junk dealer. My friends who don't know us, they're like, "What?" Like, an antique, fake antique store. Like, what do you mean? Like, it's really an antique. I mean, an antique is a definition of at least 50 years old. Most of the stuff you're buying in the antique shops is from like the 80s, the 90s. It might be vintage. It ain't antique, and if you talk to Europeans about antiques, they laugh at us because our country is only 370 years old. It's like, there's nothing antique. Um, that looks so darn cute. Yeah. Well, that will be save some others to bedazzle. Yeah. So Jess Beth is going to send me a box of things for me to play with. Because I mean, it's the thing is, you can't sell them. You can just gift them, because it's perfectly legal to own. It's just perfectly illegal to sell, which is just weird. It is the weirdest law, and if it's our law and the way we work, I'm like, fine, I'll go with it. I just looked at the Never Ever Full. I like it. Strap's still too thin, but so when my Never Full comes back, I have the straps being extended to 12 inches, and I don't know if they'll be thicker or not. But I said I wanted them longer. The thin straps don't bother me because I overlap them anyway to hold stuff, and I don't actually ever carry anything to the extent of the bags. Like, the Never Ever Full, to me, the reason I like it is because I often carry sweaters, and since I'm a 3X, 2XL men's sweater, that's a big sweater, so it needs a bigger bag. It's not like a lady small. I just look, yeah, Katie, not a bag lady. Katie has some, what do you call it? Don't you have the Furla? Not the Furla. Why? I can look at the emblem in my head. It's the belt bag that everybody had, that everybody has. It seems like it's not the Uniqlo one, but it's the other one that's nylon. What is the name of that Athleta? Is it the Athleta one? No, it's not the Athleta one. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I can't live without my wheelie cart. I have I have I carry a wheeled office bag when I need it, and then I have a shoulder bag and a chest bag for my work credentials, and then I often have a smaller bag for running in and out because my bigger totes carry my coffee pot, my sweaters when my office is the frozen tundra, and then whatever else I need to bring to the office. Yeah. Yeah, when I stop going to the office daily, that's when my life and bags will change again. Because when we did the pandemic times, I didn't use a computer bag. Obviously, all my equipment was right here, and I didn't use a bag really at all. I mean, honestly, most of my bagpieing happened because during the end of the world called the pandemic, and no one knew it was happening. We didn't know how we got this. There was no vaccines. We just stay in your house, scared. It was like, well, if the world's gonna end, might as well buy the bag. So that's when people bought a lot of luxury bags because you're like, well, I've always wanted one, and then you're seeing left and right. Everybody knows somebody somewhere somehow who's lost their life to that. So it's like, okay, buy the bag, buy two. you know? But then after that time, I still kind of went hell-mel crazy with buying bags, but it's not been the fancy bags. Like I got over the vintage Louis, and now I'm like I'm at the point in my bag journey that I want the look. I do not want the $3,000 price tag. It just isn't. There's too much stuff out there that people want to move along because they want the newest latest greatest bag, that I'll take their 10-year-old bag or their 3-year-old bag because they keep producing so much. There's a new collection every time you turn around that people are like, well, you can't keep everything, right? Now not everybody is going to have two rooms in their house dedicated to bags like me. So they're going to have like a space, and to make sure that space works for them, they're going to move things out and move things in. That's just the way life is, right? So bags are always showing up on the pre-love market for an amazing price. Like, I still can't believe some of the bags I have purchased for the price that they sold them at, knowing how much they were originally. I'm like, wow. Like, that was a $3,000 bag or a $2,000 bag, or, I got for hundreds, not even, over five, just hundreds. Katie says my best bag is my phone. It's for my phone, wallet, keys, and stays with me. And there's a fire. Everything is in the cart. Yep, in the car. Stays behind. Yep, that's the way to do it. I'm going to be consolidating my collection. Don't say that, woman. I've been working on your box forever. I have a Louis going to her. I have um 3 or 4 vintage Coach bags going to you. And then I have a couple Doonies. So don't consolidate too much, or tell me if I have a limit of how many bags I can send you. Well, just some. Okay, good. Just some. Move some. So I'm sending her some bags and she's sending me some bags. Um, it's to refresh life, right? Refresh. We're moving on. Luxational is moving on with changing things in her life. Sometimes we need to move things out, to move new things in, new emotional attachments. Hello, my puppies. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna get off this live. And it has been hour and 16 minutes of a surprise live. I got some awesome bags, and I got some gifts for my twin, which I love dearly. Oh, let me show you this thing again. If those who just came in, I'm going to consolidate one bag at a time. That's a good way to do it. So this. Well, I started doing that too. Like, so I picked up that Kate Spade tote that I've had for years, thinking, okay, I've almost sold this thing 3 times. Let me use it again to see if I still want to sell it. Well, I used it. Fell in love with it all over again. Like, nope, not selling it. Not getting rid of it, keeping it. But I did put 3 bags to the side today that I am going to sell to consignment because the strap is not long enough. I like it, it works, but it's not quite long enough. Or you keep fighting the strap, and that's what I have to fight against. It's like, it doesn't matter how beautiful the bag is, it doesn't matter how much I love it. If it cannot sit on my shoulder comfortably, I cannot keep it. And I keep them because I love them. But I'm telling myself, you have no more space. Lord, let's say she'll make sure she has the right address to send it to you. We don't want. Well, that's why I've been waiting and waiting with Lux, because it's been a long process, guys. There's no hurry. I'll still be here. The bags are can still be here. I've been hanging on these bags for years. So when she's ready, they're there for her. That bag is pretty. Yeah. Let it go, Elsa, let it go. Yeah, you have to let things go to let things back in, right? So anyhow, thank you so much for watching my video. Thank you for being my members. Thank you for being my friends. Thank you for just hanging out with me. I will be going live tomorrow with Jolie. And then I'll be going live again on Monday, because I regularly go live Mondays and Fridays at 6:30 Central Time. And I'm trying to get better at this YouTube thing where I tell people like how to find me, where to find me, because this is just a random Saturday that I normally don't go live on. Craig, I got all of my things from Eric and changed my address. Good. Good night, everybody. Y'all have a great night. What time is it? How did it become 8:30? Wow. Okay, it's 8:30 Central. Time to go to bed. Bye, everybody.